Hello everybody, welcome back to Stormblood. I guess this is gonna be the last video concerning the content of the 4.1 update. Which will be the Hildibrand quests. This should hopefully be funny. Let's see. Oh, it's like the comedy relief quests essentially. See, hey, you're Eorzean, right? An adventurer, maybe, good at killing and whatnot. Maybe. Me? Oh no, I'm not good at it. I mean, other than the occasional rat, but I've got a job for you if you're interested. So there's this Makote girl, this incredible, beautiful, wonderful girl in this tavern, right? Come all the way from Eorzea like you and me. So beautiful, this girl, so beautiful. Okay. This guy sounds like a stalker. But in this weird, strange place where people are bowing all the time and getting on the ground and tucking their legs under them, a young girl traveling by herself is in danger. Some bad people could trick her and take her and make her do, things. Perf. Anyway, get in there and keep us safe. I'll be watching. Right. Freaking weirdo. I'm assuming she's up here? I assumed wrong. Unless she's further up here. Ah, there she is. Good old Nashu. Sorry, just adjusting in my seat. I have seen this gentlemanly Eorzean you seek. Yes. And I should be glad to take you to him, if you like. You're ever so kind and helpful, Mr. Talking Cat. Catfish, to be precise, though I care not for the Eorzean. I'm Gyodo of Namazu, Namazu, and the services I provide are not free. I'm sorry to say, nor are they cheap. Are you sure you can afford to pay? Oh, here we go again. Oh dear, I spent my last gil on the fare to Kugane. Is there any other way I can convince you to help? Well, you could always not get punted by me. Call if it isn't Ikeda. Don't tell me you came all this way just to help little old me. You see, when Inspector Hildibrand took to the skies, I said, Nashu, you'd better not let him get away this time. And immediately began looking for the ways to head as far, far east as I could. And you can't get much further east than the Far East, right? I was worried I wouldn't be able to find him, but when you know it, Gyoza, the talking Numa here, I swear to God, these people are on crack. Here says he knows where he is. Careful, this one knows our game. Escaping his wrath is going to take all our skills. Right. I say there's no need for such menacing glares, not whatsoever. 1,000 pardons, my lady, but I have no idea you were traveling with such esteemed company. Forget everything I said regarding the fee. Now, if you will excuse me, I have pressing engagement. Very pressing indeed. Like not getting punted. Wait, you haven't told me where the inspector is yet. No. Our little Gyoza was trying to swindle me. Oh, Nashu, you ought to know better than to trust a talking cat. But you are a talking cat! For God's sake! I asked lots and lots of other people if they'd seen a gentlemanly Eorzean, but none of them were of any help. Oh, Inspector Hildibrand, wherever could you be? Stuck in the ground or in the side of a building, like as not. Keep an eye out for legs. Following his key. Yeah, I'll just say that one. Yes, he does have a habit of landing head first, doesn't he? Hopefully we won't need Lord Godbert's help to pull him out again. Oh, God. That's it. If the inspector's always on the hunt for a case, then all we've got to do is find the biggest, juiciest one we can find and wait for him to appear. Let's go and see what trouble we can turn up. Hey, this way. Oh, great. What case are we on to this time? Now that I think about it, let me just do this. It'll make me run faster. Since I'll probably be stuck in the city for most of this. I don't actually know. Haven't done any research. I want to know how to get to that freaking waypoint right there. Because as far as I can tell, just based on the environment, the only way I could possibly do it is to climb high as hell up there and then jump and somehow thread the needle to land directly on this thing. Which seems physically freaking impossible for anyone that isn't a robot. I don't understand what the hell they were thinking by putting that there. Freaking trolls. I solved crimes. Sorry, I'm a little sleepy. It's like 1:30 in the morning. Normally I wouldn't be as sleepy at this time, but all week I've actually been sleeping at a normal time. But I needed to get this recorded. Unsolved crimes. It so happens that a number of properties owned by wealthy merchants have been pillaged this past fortnight. Oh. Master Akebono's shop in the Rakuza district was the most recent, as I recall, but you may be assured that the Seki Segumi will track down the thief in due time. Oh, sure they will. Won't be left to Hildibrand and me and probably Briarden, if that's his name. Briarden? I don't remember. It's a funny guy, though. Let's see. Conspicuously inconspicuous man. Oh, it's a stalker. Alright, you've got me, Mr. Samurai, but before you do anything rash like arrest or torture or chop me into tiny little bits with that sword of yours, first of all, I don't have a sword, but okay. Know that I never touched her. I mean, I never even had the chance. I'm sorry? I don't know what's going on anymore. Oh, you're that Eorzean adventurer. I thought you looked familiar. Oh, I mean, whoa. For a moment there, I thought I was done for. Those Seki Segumi don't mess around. I'll cut first and ask questions later, you know? No romance in their hearts. They wouldn't understand. Right. So it's not just crimes, but big, incredible crimes you want to know about. Incidents the likes of which send ripples through time and space, through fate and destiny. I think this person's on drugs. It was 5 years ago, or maybe it was last week. I'm not so good with time lately. Anyway, there I was, walking Olda's bustling streets, when the sea parts and my eyes meet with those of a maiden most fair, and she stole my heart. It was like 2 grains of sand in the desert looking at each other, and one of those grains knowing that it was destined to spend the rest of its life with the other grain, 'cause she had this whole sultry scribe thing that made him so ugh. What the hell is he talking about? Ever since that day, I've watched over her from afar, a silent guardian, a humble protector. Some might think me mad or call me a coward for refusing to speak with her, but they're fools. Fools, I say! True love is not the product of clumsy banter, but careful study, years and years of observation, of obsession, until you know her better than she knows herself. Okay, this is a real creeper. She would also split you in half. Perhaps when the time is right, I shall reveal myself to her, but until that blessed day, I shall aid her from the shadows, and you, my friend, will aid her in the light. How convenient that I'm getting assigned jobs again. Yeah, character's like, screw it, this crap happens all the time. Alright, to Amaji. What do you gotta say for yourself, old man? Dastardly doings and purported instances of criminal behavior. This is Kugane, my dear. First of all, why are you calling me dear? Second of all, we've no shortage of that here. But since you ask, the story on everyone's lips at the Bokaisen these days is that of the wealthiest among us and how they are being preyed upon by some sneak thief. Perhaps they should invest in better locks. Well, first of all, why are they cheaping out on locks? Ah, there you are. Learn anything interesting? Skill thief seems to be targeting wealthy merchants. A creepy little bastard who followed you to Kugane says he's been stalking you for 5 years. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Hey, oh, you're having me on as if I wouldn't notice. Be serious now. Of course. This freaking game. A series of robberies committed by a mysterious thief? Oh, that's just the thing. Well done, Ikeda. Our next order of business should be to track down this Akebono and ask him about the latest incident. I miss the Hildibrand quests. They bring me happiness. They're just absurd. He certainly looks like a well-to-do merchant. Does he? What the hell kind of mustache is that? The feed that despicable rapscallion, the nerve of him to make a mock of us. My thanks to you, Master Akebono, for all your help. I swear to you on my honor that this sneak thief shall be brought to justice forthwith. And with that, I bid you good day. Ah, so it is Akebono. Let's go and ask him about the robbery. He looks suspicious as crap. Like cartoonishly evil. Ah. Hi. Ah, it's Seki Sugima guy. Right, proper lad, really. Forgive me, my lady, in my haste I did not see you. Are you alright? Shall I summon a healer? Don't worry, I've taken bigger knocks to the noggin than that. Hey, you aren't one of them samurai, are you? Yeah. Shigure, at your service, my lady. All he needs is a fedora. You have my sincerest apologies for this incident. Much as I would like to make amends for my reckless behavior, I fear duty compels me to take my leave. A nefarious criminal is at large, and I must bring him to justice. Justice, I say. Justice! Oh, that's all we need. Competition! I'm sure Inspector Hildibrand and his faithful assistants won't lose to the likes of him. That merchant must know something important for Shigure to go running off like that. Let's find out what it is. Excuse me. Greetings and salutations, Master Akebono. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries. Extraordinary Inspector. And this is Ikeda, who's also got a knack for it. Can you tell us about the recent robbery? Inspectors, I had heard rumors that one such as you were come from the west. You seem an honest sort, so I'll oblige your request. This very morning, one of my assistants found my establishment unlocked, and when he went inside to investigate, he discovered that my most prized possessions had been stolen. To make matters worse, in their place, he found this message. You've just been robbed by the Kugane wolf burglar. Really? Wolf burglar. Surely you've heard about his recent exploits. Similar calling cards were found at the scene of the other robberies. Now I too have become a victim. A series of robberies committed by a thief with a calling card. Oh, there's no way Inspector Hildibrand's going to be able to resist the lure of this case. Oh, it's a matter of him being out of the ground, for one. I thought the two of you were inspectors, but it makes no difference to me who catches the criminal, and since the Seki Sugumi seem to be at a loss, you'll be generously rewarded for any information that leads to the recovery of my stolen property. I wish you well in your investigation. Right. Blink, blink. Oh. Okay, what do you gotta say, Nashu? All we've got to do now is stick with this case, and we'll be reunited with Inspector Hildibrand. I just know it! call it my keen inspector's assistant since. Anyway, I'm going to try and learn more about the other robberies. If you learn anything interesting, come and find me. Okay. What? Okay, cutscene. Oh, here we go. Ashumakaraka is on the case. Look out, Mr. Wolf Burglar. Your days of wolf burglaring are numbered. Because Inspector Hildibrand has... Is that a green rooster? Inspector Hildibrand. Inspector. Stop messing around about and join us. I get the feeling that that's probably voiced in Japanese and they were too lazy or cheap to get an English voice actor for that. Like an announcer voice. Why are we at the hot spring? What the? Why she got a giant dingo, and why do I get the feeling those are actually bombs? Cora, it's been too long since I've had a chance to whip up a batch of Nashu's delights. You can be sure I'll be putting these little darlings to good use next time. Oh, bugger, good thing I've got plenty more stashed away. Oh, for God's sake. Here we go. Ladies back there, you might want to, run. What the hell's Godric doing? Okay, so the fish is dead inside, and Godbert's just like, okay. Alright. I don't know what's going on anymore. Wait a second. Is that it? That can't be it. That can't be it already? You're freaking blue-balling me here. No! You son of a biscuit. Well, that's an issue. I guess I'll have to, crap. I wasn't expecting that. I guess it makes sense because the last time I did Hildibrand quests, I hadn't actually done them until, 3.5, so they were all just lined up one after another. I didn't realize they were that freaking short from each update. Good lord. I guess I'm gonna pause it and start up the Black Mage quest then. Since that's essentially the last thing for me to do. I guess I'll be right back, people. This episode might be a little bit long because of that. But, oh well. Be right back, people. I'm back, babies. Alright, let's continue with the Black Mage storyline. Hi, Kate, I'm glad you are here. I would consult with you about a matter that has been gnawing away at my mind. Thanks in no small part to your efforts, the Books of Nulthal have at long last been reunited in these halls. Their long-lost secrets had just waiting to be unearthed. Though I have scarcely begun poring over the tomes, I have already made a most remarkable discovery. Each of the twin tomes contains a cipher of sorts, the meaning of which could only be deciphered when the two are referenced in tandem. I'll spare you the details of how I unraveled the message, though it truly was among my finer moments, if I dare say so myself. At any rate, the words once decoded are most evidently an incantation, albeit one entirely unfamiliar to me. Beneath it was writ a simple directive: heir to the dark arts, speak these words unto Nald's reflection, that memories long forgotten may stir anew. As to what precisely these words are referencing, your guess is as good as mine. Still, Master Kugaruka doubtless preserved the incantation and the accompanying message in his records for a reason. And if we are not the heirs to the art of black magic, then who is? So I trust I can expect to see you at Nald's reflection, and do try to hurry. Yes, I would prefer not to delay any potentially epic-making discoveries any longer than necessary. I'm not sure how to pronounce that word. Because I don't know if it's an actual word or if it's just another thing where the game's like, oh, we're gonna just rearrange the letters of another word. And it's still the same word, but it's like, oh, it's a Final Fantasy version of the word. And it's like, I don't know if that's supposed to be like a version of Epic or if it's just a real word that I don't know about. Sorry, people, I'm rambling. I start to ramble a little bit when I play if I'm sleepy. Which I am sleepy. I was actually dozing off before I started recording. But then started slapping myself in the face. Like, stop it, you need to record. No sleeping. Sleeping is bad. Sleeping is for raccoons. Do I look like a raccoon to you? Actually, I probably do look like a raccoon because I constantly have dark circles under my eyes. Either way, I don't know what's wrong with me. But let's go in here. Can you run faster, Fader? Sorry for the yawn. I can't help it. Oh god, it's a battle already? Give me a break here. Well, at least I'm overgeared for the whole quest line. About as geared as I can be. And that is all you need to know. When I give the sign, you are to chant the words precisely as I instructed. Understood? I get the feeling this is going to summon a demon. Now, Ikeda! Okay, there be light. The light. What kind of light is it? You tell me. Probably some sort of demon. You, yes, you shall serve as the bringer of destruction. As for my vessel, ah, yes, that one should suffice. Oh, great. Little one's about to get possessed. And now, fake Vivi has been possessed. Joy! Whatever was that strange sensation? For a moment, it was as if a great fire burned within me, and then... Now it is as if my very mind is being rent in two, and this voice... Oh, your eyes just turned yellow. I don't think you're you anymore. Well, it feels good to walk the earth for the first time in 2 millennia. Seems that old coot proved himself useful after all. If he hadn't kicked it, I'd find him and give him a pat on the back. And what are you gawking at? You're a Black Mage, are you not? Surely you possess the common sense to recognize the woman who stands before you. You're a woman? Or will you be needing a hint? Someone called me Death's Handmaiden, but I always found that particular epithet so needlessly morbid. Though technically speaking I am, but manifestation of a memory. You may call me by the name I used in life, Shatoto. At your service, by jest, of course it's you who are at mine. Wait, Shatoto? Isn't she supposed to be Shantoto? She seems like a reference to the crazy Black Mage little Lalafell that was in Final Fantasy XI. I must say, what is it with Black Mages today and these unwieldy hats? Do they truly believe it makes them look more imposing, or are they merely compensating for something? In either event, I have no need for such adornments. Okay. Wait. Was this person a girl the entire freaking time? I'm so confused. I thought this was a guy the whole time. That's more like it. Ikeda, was it? Of course it was. Now that we're on a first-name basis, you'll have to tell me all about yourself. On second thought, let's skip that. Time is short, and to be quite honest, I don't particularly care. Okay. At any rate, as I might have mentioned, I am not the true Shatoto, as she once lived, but rather a manifestation of her memory. My memory. Needless to say, that still makes me the most powerful sorceress currently existing in your world. You do well to remember that if you ever have a mind to cross me. That look on his face. Well then, now that we've gotten the pleasantries out of the way, what do you say that we have a little fun? Prepare to be blasted into a gazillion itty-bitty pieces. Oh, joy. Oh, come now. Must I spell everything out for you? I must know if you are sufficiently adept in the dark arts to help me forestall impending doom. And this is by far the easiest way to do so. Not to mention the most fun, prepare for a world of pain! Alright. Well, this escalated quickly. I hope I don't fail this fight. It'd be nice if I could summon my chicken. But no, can't summon the chicken. The chicken's too powerful. I guess do this. And this. And then this. This. Don't get hit. Getting hit would be the last thing I want to do. Oh no. This is gonna be bad for me. Gonna be bad. Gonna be bad. Bad is what it is. Yep. Oh no. Oh bollocks. Oh jeez, Scoob. Oh, okay, they're weak. Good. I don't quite remember if I have a spell that heals me. Although considering I'm getting destroyed utterly, my guess would be no. Let's just burn her to a crisp, shall we? Oh, great. Guys, this is what I need in my life. Some freaking overcompensating golem. Okay, really. Just cast Blizzard and be done with it. This is bad for me. What is this Origins of Thunder? That's scary looking. That's really scary looking. I'm in trouble. I've screwed up. Fire 4. Oh, great. I'm so freaking doomed. If these things don't get off of me, I'm gonna die, and I don't want to die. Dying would be bad. Just die, thank you. This is freaking hard for a starter fight. Oh my god, if this lady does not stop with her freaking spam, I'm going to kill her myself. That is to say, probably not at all, because I'm failing miserably. I'm getting really sick of these Origins of Thunder. Although, if they die in one hit, that would make things much easier on me, which that seems to be the case. Thankfully, I figured that out. Get that freaking map off my screen. There. Oh no. Could you not? Am I able to stop that attack, or is it not? I get the feeling I'm just supposed to kill you as quickly as possible, otherwise it's a wipe. Well, it was almost a wipe. Thankfully, my health was full. Oh my god. That was redonkulous. Hope all fights aren't like that, because good lord, it's stressful as hell. Not half bad. That painfully dull expression on your face had me worried, but I suppose you'll do after all. Do for what? Try to keep up, will you? I abhor repeating myself. Let me start at the beginning. 2,300 years ago, the greatest mage of our realm as ever known, that would be me, compiled a choice assortment of the most potent offensive incantation and evocations into the skull known as Black Magic. You still seem puzzled. I also devised a spell that would allow my memory to one day return. My reasons were twofold. For one, I simply had to see for myself how the art of destruction would be handed down eras after I had inevitably passed. For another, I knew that without my guidance, this realm would one day meet most certain... Oh, this won't do. I had thought the girl stronger than this, but these eyelids grow heavy, and my consciousness wanes. I suppose I'll just have to take a little nap. But remember this, my puppet of destruction, you have an important role to play in the battle to come. A battle that will decide the fate of your very world. Till next I wake, shirk not your study of the art. Lolophil narcolepsy. Isn't it fun? You can't. Where are we? It's as if I just woke from the strangest dream. And yet my every limb aches, as if my respite were more exhausting than the fiercest of battles. Did you perchance observe anything odd happen to me? Yeah, you kind of got possessed. Oh, you put your hat back on. Preposterous, or so most would say, but you have no reason to tell me falsehoods, and it would certainly explain the curious symptoms I find myself experiencing. Shatoto, the mother of our dark art, she who pursued the power of the destruction to and beyond any limits that could be conceived. Has her consciousness truly taken up residence in my own mind? Exclamation point? It is no use. I call out, but she does not answer. Whether she slumbers or simply deigns not to answer, I cannot say. I fear I am at something of a loss. Let us return to the sacrarium and clear our heads. Mayhap the answers we seek will yet reveal themselves to us. Okay. It'd be nice if she would just teleport me there, but no, that would be too easy, wouldn't it? Well, gotta just teleport to Ul'dah. And then the closest spot would be the Miners Guild. Need to remember that. Well, Miners Guild or the Weavers Guild. Either or. Oh, this is gonna be a long episode, isn't it? Well, I say long, it's probably going to be something like an hour and 30 or an hour and 40 minutes long, knowing my luck. Sorry, people. It's because I was not expecting the freaking Hildibrand quest to be so short, and I gotta make this episode, at least a decent amount. So I figured, may as well kill two birds with one stone. Got the last piece of 4.1 content done, and now I can do the Black Mage quest I've been meaning to do. And after that, there isn't really any more content until I either stop being lazy and do Deltascape, do the Extreme Primals, or, get Summoner and Scholar and White Mage and Astrologer to level 70, which is probably going to take months. So either way, this is probably the last bit of Final Fantasy content you see until 4.2 comes out, which will be in 3 to 4 months. Oh well. Got plenty of games coming up anyways. Got Assassin's Creed Origins coming out on the 28th, 10 days from now. I'm looking forward to that. I just hope they don't disappoint me. They had 2 years to do this. They better not screw it up. Anyways, back to this. I'm afraid it's no use. I have called out to Shatoto within my mind, time and time again, but I am met only with silence. If only Master were still here, sure he could shed some light on the matter. After all, it was he that recorded for posterity the words we used to summon forth Shatoto's memory. Wait, that's it. Master himself may not be here, but his writings may yet contain the answer to our queries. It was within the statue of Null that the memory slumbered. This does not strike me as mere coincidence. I believe that settles it. I will return to the tomes and see what knowledge can be gleaned, that we might prepare ourselves for whatever task awaits us. This holds for you as well, Ikeda. Whatever Shatoto's motives for returning to us, I cannot shake the feeling that ill happenings are afoot. I suggest you resume your studies with the utmost of urgency. Okay. Next Black Magic quest. Doesn't matter, because it's always the same thing. Anyways, quest 2 of 5. I'm going to take a drink really quick. Hold on just a second, people. Okay. Ikeda, good for better or for worse. It would seem Shatoto is still enjoying herself a peaceful slumber. In the meantime, my study of the books of Nalthal has proven rather enlightening. In particular, I was surprised to learn that while the statue in Nald's reflection is a relatively recent construction, in historical terms of course, the goblet it holds in its hands is quite ancient. It would appear that it was within that vessel Mistress Shatoto's soul was sealed away. Master's record goes on to state that the inner surface of the goblet is inscribed with a message in the glyphs of ancient Mahak. It reads, yes, here it is. The power of destruction did rend the baleful star, and peace doth reign near and afar. Yet 23 centuries hence shall it come anew, and certain doom is sure to ensue. A prophecy of sorts, it would seem. In other words, it's going to be some demon that was probably killed or sealed away, and it's going to come back, and we're probably going to have to fight it, because why not? It has been roughly 2,300 years since Shatoto founded Black Magic, which means it is entirely possible she herself left the inscription. But whatever sort of doom could the prophecy be referring to? I fear it is all rather cryptic. Lie and Ikeda as well. I would speak with the both of you at once. Oh god, it's this White Mage guy, I remember him. Well, I would like nothing more than catch up on old times. I come bearing grave tidings. My friends, pray lend me your aid. Well, if it isn't our favorite Gubu-headed hearer. I would have thought the 7th hell would freeze over before you cast your lot with the purveyors of destruction. What have we done to deserve the honor of your groveling? This is no time for just a lie. The situation is most dire. Why, a veritable horde of crazed golems has burst forth from the lost city and is wreaking havoc on the 12s even as we speak. Oh joy. Whatever foul sorcery led them to abandon their orders and run rampant, we cannot say, but one thing is certain. If we do not deal with them and do so swiftly, there is no telling what damage they might inflict upon our forest home. That does sound like cause for concern. Very well, I suppose it would not kill us to put the matter of Shatoto aside for the moment, and, Wait, no, not now. Okay, here comes Shatoto. This should be funny. I say, how can the girl think straight with this ungodly fool's cap weighing her down? Or perhaps she can, and that is why. But of course, it all makes perfect sense. Oh, hello there. Did you miss me and my prodigious intellect? Of course you did. Now look, we haven't much time, so do try to keep pace. The Surge of Aether, just who or what are you? Yes, I'm sure there's so much you'd like to know. But where would that get us? I've already heard all I need to know through the girl's ears. We are needed in the South Shroud, yes? Rampaging golems, was it not? Indeed. I have tasked a whaler named Alphine with looking into the matter. With any luck, he has gleaned some knowledge which might avail us in plotting a suitable course of action. Alphine, South Shroud, yes, I believe the great Chitoto has all she needs. Well, come now, no point in standing around like gawping goo-boos when there's work to be done. Right? Right! Okay. Chitoto, Ikeda, I'm most grateful for your aid, do not get me wrong, but if there's anything that you and I have been keeping from me, mark my words, I will hear of it in full when our task is done. Well, it literally just started, so we haven't technically kept it from you. Alright, go to Black Shroud. Oh, it's right next to Camp Tranquil. Nice. Although this should be a short battle if it follows the pattern of the other quest lines. As in a short battle that I'll actually be overpowered for since I'm level 70 and have level 70 gear. But we'll see what happens. Run with your stubby legs, dragon! Stubby legs! Oh, here we are. Okay, Chitoto, what do you gotta say? Oh, it's so much easier to think without that excess bulk weighing on my brain. For the life of me, I'll never understand people's obsession with extravagant headgear. The sheer etheric energy I feel exuding from the girl is nothing short of astounding. Could it be that Cap was reigning in her true power all this time? Possibly. Welcome, friends. You come seeking news of the golems, yes? Would I had any to give, I fear not a single one of the creatures has manifested itself before mine eyes. So you say, my good man, but it is possible that you do not see the trees for the forest. Sometimes that which we seek is right before us, and we need only attune our vision. Why is it just me? Why? Is it just me, or do I spy a number of curious stone structures peeking out from the brush? Yes, I have an inkling that our foe may be hiding in plain sight. But just how is one to distinguish living stone from more ordinary type? Why do I believe the former would take far less kindly to being scorched with a burst of hellfire? So the plan is clear, yes? Let's get blasting! I think I like Chitoto. She's entertaining. She's like one of those crazy people that just likes blowing things up. Alright, cast fire 3 on the suspicious stones and then slay them. Yash, Queen! Slay! If I could freaking find my way through them. How could they not see that? Are you stupid? Jesus Christ. What kind of load of garbage? That's just plain stupid. And this thing is a freaking HP sponge. Freaking die, please. It would greatly be appreciated. Okay, you're dead. Gonna have to find a more efficient way to kill the other two, otherwise it's gonna take bloody forever. I'll just summon my chicken. Chicken will always do me right. It always knows how to do me right. Don't take that out of context. Alright. Onward, my chicken. Alright, now this one will burn down. Much easier, actually. Oh, that was quick. Yeah, not having Fire 4 and Blizzard 4 is just such a weakness. If only they would have been this easy to use in freaking Heavensward. Because they were actually a pain to keep up back then. And you couldn't keep them up permanently, unlike now. Come on, go down. Thank you. Okay, kill the 3. They didn't follow me, did they? Nope, of course not. I've got to go right over here. Oh well. Sorry, people, trying to get through these quests as quickly as possible. Don't get stuck on that, thank you. Alright, what does little white mage boy have to say? Is our friend quite well? I only saw her from afar, but it was as if the girl took some perverse pleasure in causing as much destruction as she could muster. Of course. Excuse me, water went down the wrong pipe. That was fun, wasn't it? Now, while I'm not wont to repeat myself, it seems I should make an exception for the slower members of our band. Excuse me. You have the privilege of standing before the Archmage Shatoto, or rather a memory of the same, which has awakened after years of slumber to rescue your realm from a fate most dire. Slower, ahem, Lady Shatoto, if that is truly who you are, I cannot deny your arcane prowess, and yet there is much about this matter that does not sit well with me. Pray explain yourself, and what is this dire fate of which you speak? Oh dear, you really aren't very smart. Very smart. Very well, I shall begin from the very, beginning. Dear me, did I almost rhyme. Who does that anyway? Anyhow, the tale begins some 2 millennia ago, when the great civilization of Mach was still in its infancy. Our scholars ascertained that a mighty comet, awash with unspeakable ethereal energy, was on course to strike our fair home and reduce it to so much rubble. And so I thought to rectify the situation with the only way I knew how, by blasting the foul rock out of the sky with the most powerful destructive magic our realm had ever seen. This, more than anything, was what spurred me to develop the art of black magic as it is known today. Needless to say, my plan was a remarkable success. A massive chunk of the comet was shattered, knocking it clear off its path and sending it spinning harmlessly off into the heavens. The story, however, does not end there. Fragments of the meteor hurtled to and embedded themselves in the earth. While small enough that their impact caused no significant damage, they remained beneath the surface, brimming with etheric energies just waiting to be unearthed. Needless to say, these otherworldly stones drew the attention of the mages far and wide, who sought to claim their powers for their own. These are the stones that gave the golems their souls, by whose souls many a city-state flourished. And yet these stones held yet further secrets. When 2 of them were brought together, they would call out to one another, aether reacting to aether to augment the mutual powers to still greater heights. Mind you, the power of mere fragments, even in a heightened state, would be far too meager to be cause for concern. One threat, however, still lingered. What if the comet, the Mother Stone, as it were to return? Its circuitous orbit, bringing it in shouting distance of our world once more. Would not its remnants, its children, summon it hither to in all of its destructive glory? Preposterous! Did your vaunted black magic not knock the comet clear across the skies? Why is it simply inconceivable that its new path would bring it around back in our direction? Inconceivable to feebler minds, mayhap, but not my own. In fact, I posit that the comet is drawing nearer every moment, and it is for this very reason that the golems are now running amok. If left unattended, the implications for this world would be calamitous indeed. Fortunately, you have an ally in the impending battle, a prodigy who foresaw the danger that was to come and sent her memory into the future that she might return to save the day. Do you mean to say that you predicted that this threat would come over 2,000 years ago, mind you, and devised an incantation for the sole purpose of allowing you to return to us in our time of need? Yes. Running out of breath while I'm saying these. I do believe I've already said precisely that. Of course, I did not do it entirely on my own. The spell would have been lost to history if crazy old Kukuruka hadn't dug it up when he did and recorded it for posterity. Dear little Lai and Ikeda also played their parts as well. Oh, how wonderful it is when one's followers, against their natural tendencies, perhaps managed not to make an utter mess of things. I must admit the whole story still strikes me as a bit far-fetched. I mistrust neither your motives nor your skill, Lady Shitoto, but as a hearer charged with the protection of this wood, I cannot leave this matter to you alone. I will accompany you and offer what aid I can, but first let us return to Ul'dah. I will hear more of the plan you propose before we take action. So much talking! Much do, very well, just promise you will not get in our way. Now come along, my puppets, I have the realm to save, and you're going to help me. She's so sassy. Oh, back to Ul'dah we go. And I will be right back. Just 1 second, people. Alright, I'm back, babies. Let's see here. Nanameda. I think they say the same thing either way. It does not appear the sorceress means us ill, but I still do not feel entirely safe in her presence. And whatever has she done with Lalai? I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that name right, but oh well. The hero assures me that there have been no golem uprisings elsewhere, and since he clearly is too thick to tell a convincing lie, I am inclined to believe him. This means that we still have time to form a plan of attack. Ahem, I do pride myself on my honesty, and so I wouldn't be honest with you when I say this. Your art is, to put it kindly, not looked fondly upon in our day and age, and your story stretches the limits of believability. We cannot stave off this calamity alone, but any entreaties you might make are not like to find a receptive audience. I, on the other hand, have friends in positions of some prominence. I shall reach out to them and see what aid they are willing to offer. How charming! He actually thinks he might prove himself useful. In your spare time, might you not ask your astrologian friends if they have any recent calculations on the comet's path? I have no reason to doubt the accuracy of my own, of course, but I was working off 2 millennia-old data. As you wish, forgive me for being forward, but might I inquire as to the well-being of our mutual friend Lalai? She is still in there somewhere, yes? Oh, she most certainly is. Worry not, the girl's consciousness is just enjoying a short respite. Which reminds me, I really am due for a nap myself. Be a dear and do try not to let things go to hells in my absence, will you? Freaking narcolepsy. Shitoto, mother of the art that brought the great floods upon us, has she truly returned to deliver us from doom? Probably not. She probably wants to claim the power for herself, knowing my luck. The progenitor of our esteemed art has chosen me as her vessel in hopes of saving our world from the falling star. I can scarce imagine a greater honor. Come, Ikeda, we must put our minds together and figure out how we might best do her bidding. Wait, Lalai, if we take her words at face value, Shitoto has only the realm's best interest at heart, and yet I, for one, remain skeptical. Which is not to say I doubt her intentions, or yours for that matter, and yet we speak of the founder of the very art which gave us rise to the War of the Magi and the Sixth Umbral Calamity. Could it not be that even in seeking to save our realm, she is like as not to destroy it? Blasphemy! Why, Lady Shitoto had long since passed when the war broke out. Only a blind, blustering half-wit would even think to hold her responsible for. Though when I put it that way. I understand this, and that is why I begrudge neither you nor her my aid. Such as it will serve to protect the realm's peace. At the same time, I intend to keep close watch on her. One can never be too wary, after all. In any event, I will gather what knowledge I can of the threat we face, and I would be most grateful if you could do the same. Might I suggest speaking with your beastmen allies? If the idea has not already occurred to you, that is. Oh my god, it's 54 minutes in and I'm only on the second quest! I swear the man's head is made of harder stone than any golem. Still, at least he's cooperating with us, which is progress of some sort. In any event, I will reach out to our best beastmen friends. I encourage you to return to your studies in the meantime. If one thing is clear, it is that the task ahead will test us to our very limits. Alright, what's next? Wait. Oh. Shitoto? No. Lalai. Okay, let's talk to Lalai. Hi, Kata. I trust you have not been shirking your duties. Mr. Shitoto expects much of us. I would not disappoint her. For my own part, I have called out to her intently time and time again within my mind in hopes of conveying any and all knowledge that might avail in staving off this impending disaster. Though she does not respond, I have the distinct sensation that she is listening in some way or another. Doubtless she will return when she sees fit, but in the meanwhile we can ill afford to bide our time, and so I have taken Zainelha's advice. I can just see the smug grin on his face as I say that, and reached out to our friends. Not moments ago, a postman came with a missive from our friend Daza of the 269th Order. As luck would have it, it seems he has knowledge that might serve us well, to wit, reports of recent sightings of rampaging golems. I'd ask you to go on ahead and see what he knows. I will call for that holier-than-thou hearer and join you shortly. Not that I am enamored of his company, far from it, but his insights are proven to be not altogether useless on occasion. Oh, so much reading. Oh, Revenant's Toll. Really? Okay. Not quite sure what he's doing all the way over there. Normally he'd be in a completely different area, but okay. Hold on just 1 second, people. Alright, I'm back. Let's talk to this little rat man. Ikeda has been eons, eras, ages, eons. Oh god, it's one of these things again. I've heard that the spirit of the legendary Shitoto comes alive again inside Lalai. But could this wondrous tale possibly be true? Curious as to how they got here so quickly, but okay. It is indeed, friend Azah. She is a capricious type, though, and wakes only when she has a mind to, a fact that I have explained some 700 times to this mutton-headed hearer, who still insists beyond all reason that I should be able to summon her at will. You do me discredit, Lalai. I merely suggested that if there were some means by which we could summon Shitoto at our own convenience, rather than waiting for her to come forth of her own accord, it might serve us in facing the dangers ahead. Summon her? You speak of the illustrious founder of my art as if she were a mere serving girl. You will watch your tongue in the presence of your betters, Sahai Nahal, lest... Okay. Here we go again. I meant no disrespect. I do not deny the power of your art, nor the good it can do in the right hands. I am simply... too stubborn and stupid to fully accept it. Oh well, I suppose none of us are perfect, myself excluded, of course. 269th Order Mendicant Dazah, I presume. Tell me all you have seen or heard about this rampaging golem. Are my eyes to be believed, trusted, sworn by, believed? I want to slap him every time he goes into that freaking triple word thing. Is this truly the great Shitoto who stands before my eyes? Yes, it must be. I mean, but of course, my lady. Yes, Dazah will tell all he knows. I saw a strange golem, odd, curious, strange, wandering in the tangle, and that is not all. It was no ordinary golem. No. Rather the same one I saw in a tome handed down from my forebear Dagu, the golem of ancient Mahak. One of my own creations. Why, that is simply inconceivable. Inconceivable! I designed them to be utterly rampage-proof and left copious instructions to ensure that my loyal apprentices, and their apprentices, and so on and so forth, would see they stay that way. Mayhap your followers are not so diligent in carrying out your orders after your passing. We all know the chaos and destruction wreaked by the Mahachi. As sorcerers during the War of the Magi, I suspect that poring over age-old documents on the upkeep of golems was the least of their concerns. Forgive me my doubts, Lady Shitoto, but you seem quite partial to your creations, and your countrymen. If we were to find ourselves locked in combat with a golem of Mahak, do I have your assurance you would not hesitate to strike down our foe? You do not trust me, trust us, this I know. I am not deaf to Lolai's ceaseless grumbling, so be it. You cannot help being a simpleton, no more than I can help being the greatest intellect of any era. That old Kugaruga told me what became of Mahachi after my passing when he communed with me a century ago. Do you think I deny the senseless destruction caused by my descendants with the art I myself wrought? No less, of course not, for I, unlike some of my present companions, am not a bloody fool. But even a fool must understand that a tool is only as good or evil as she who would wield it. So answer me this. What could I possibly stand to gain from standing idly by as my own creations wreak havoc on the realm I once called home? I will grant that there is some sense in what you say. In any event, we thank you for your assistance to Za. Rest assured that we shall see to the rogue golems before any harm befalls you and yours. To the tangle! Does that overdweller never lighten up? It must be so tiring living each day carrying a brain of solid stone. Burdensome, wearisome, tiring. Oh, I hate the way they speak. You can say that again, my synonym-abusing friend. Ikeda, you know the man better than I, and for that I pity you. Is there nothing we can do to buy ourselves a moment in respite from his inane quibbling? Whatever do you suppose is bothering his puny mind? That? Yes, I observed this as well. Smaller minds are quick to burden themselves with hand-wringing concern for the well-being of others, as if it were not evident that the girl is more than capable of taking care of herself. In either event, if he insists on tagging along with us, I suppose it would not hurt to win him over, if only so he cannot foul things up at the worst possible time. Anyhow, I do believe we have some golems to smite into oblivion. The tangle, was it? I'll see you there, and do try not to get lost on the way. Okay. So much sass. I'm not sure what that quest over there is. I have a quest called A Refrain from the Undaunted. You know what? I'm going to grab that really quick. I may as well. It might be like a primal quest. Like unlocking a primal extreme fight. That's the only thing I can think of. Because otherwise, I have no bloody clue what it's for. It's always a freaking minstrel ballad thing. Oh, bollocks. It's to unlock the freaking Savage Alexander. A wondrous tale is on the lips of every adventurer in this tavern, the details of which even I can scarce believe. They say that within the rusting relic which straddles the Thaliac, a hero met with a company of warriors wrought from solid steel. Aha! I rather thought it might be you, and you say you cross swords with these dread automata. Splendid! Tell me everything. Let me hear the sounds of battle echoing throughout the giant's iron innards. Your story stirs my muse from her slumber. I think that the goblins would contrive mechanical soldiers that could themselves combine to form a veritable walking fortress, and within a walking fortress no less. The tales of my boyhood were not half as fascinating. Your tale reminds me of another, that of the three great kings, Alexander, Midas, and Gordius, whose names must by now seem rather familiar. Covetous to the core, they spent their lives in a fever of conquest, never for a moment satisfied with their lot. That ambulating paradise of wisdom and erudition should honor their memory and is curious indeed. I can only assume that the genius who conceived it was possessed of a wicked sense of humor. Our story so steeped in myth could scarce fail to stir the spirit of song within me. Lend me your ear, friend, that I might regale you with the tale of your own adventure. Oh, here comes the rhyming again. And the giants iron innards, the goblins that toil, though sunrise and sunset intrude as to foil. Till the limb of their lodging did chance to awake, a path for our weariless hero to make. And thus did he aim for the beast's second heart, cleaving both it and its keepers apart. In spite of his triumph, the goblins all laughed, and by means lost a meaning, in victory basked. Yeah, the giant still was far more than it seemed, with power beyond knowing, potential ungleaned, and thus was our hero compelled to withdraw, resolved to return and do battle once more. Oh, joy. There, a courageous struggle rendered in the naive style, recalling the fantastical tales of youth. But tell me true, did I capture the spirit of your journey? I took certain liberties, of course, but then such poems must do more than simply portray an event. They must tantalize the senses and stimulate the imagination. The hymn of battle is as old as time itself, but sung from the heart. It can inspire even the meekest soul to greatness. How do I think the poem will end? I was hoping you might tell me. Suffice it to say, I very much look forward to finding out. In other words, he wants me to do Savage Alexander, which I don't plan to do anytime soon. Alright, enough of that little detour. Let's go back over here. I probably shouldn't have bothered with that detour. You didn't need to see that. It was just filler, essentially. Filler for some content that I'm probably not going to do anytime soon because it's just too freaking troublesome. I'm not even sure if there's any worthwhile loot to get from there, other than like a mount. Anyways, let's talk Eli Falls before I start falling asleep. See, the Chateau is full of mysteries, but one baffles me the most. Just what is it about Eli's cat that she finds so disagreeable? Was there no custom of wearing headgear in her age? These lands were far more dry and agreeable in my day, but I suppose much can change in 2 millennia, especially without me around to keep things in order. But this is no time to get caught up in nostalgia. We have golems to smash and search for. Not necessarily in that order, I suppose. Yes, I can sense the particularly strong etheric energies coming from that direction. I will accompany Chateau to ensure that she remains focused on the task at hand. Might you survey the area south of here? These environs afford our foe no end of hiding spots, and I am ill inclined to walk into an ambush. Yeah. I swear, if there's one thing I can say about this game, it tires out my vocal cords. There's too much darn reading. I just hope Assassin's Creed Origins won't be like that, in the sense of needing to have a crap ton of stuff to read. Although I do like reading the little history text that's usually in the Assassin's Creed games, but other than that... Anyways, let's see. You look far and wide, but can discern no signs of golems, rampaging or otherwise. Return to the southwestern reaches of the Tangle and see how Chateau and Zahai and Nalam fare as such. My guess is I'm probably gonna have to fight a bigger fight, and that's what it's gonna be, and it's gonna be a pint of buns, because I won't be able to bring my chicken with me, and yeah, maybe I stand corrected. Okay. Why Chateau on the ground? Why is that such a weirdly designed golem? Alright. Just burn it to a crisp. Each got nothing on me anyways. There. Problem solved. Excuse me. If only this body were my own, I would have razed that oversized block of stone to the ground. Suppose I should thank you for coming to my aid. Had I lost consciousness in the midst of battle, I would certainly have been done for, and poor Lalai with me. No, Lady Shitoto, it is I who owe you a debt of gratitude. Had you not drawn the creature's initial strike, I would surely have met an inglorious end, but that is not the least of my failings. It is my fault, mine alone, that we were caught unawares, though it shames me to say so, my eyes were on you when they should have been watching out for our enemy. Who is this sorceress who wields such frightful power? Does she truly mean to save our realm, or will she destroy it? These thoughts continue to haunt me, but no more. Seeing you risk your life for me, a humble hearer you have only just met, I say this is with no reservations. You are a paragon of virtue and a model to all mages, white or black. Why, I do believe those are the most intelligent words I've heard you utter yet. Keep talking like that, and I might yet learn to tolerate your presence. But if you think that means I'm going to give you your precious lie back, you'd best think again. We still have a falling star to fend off, do we not? My precious lie, I have not the slightest idea what you might be implying. You wouldn't, would you? Ahem. Was it not your grand dream to see the white and the black, the arts of the healing and destruction, united for the common good? So says Lalai, at the very least. Is the girl not an invaluable piece to the future? You would realize. This is all well and true, but invaluable and precious have different connotations. Mayhap not in your time, but the meanings of those words evolve over time, you see. And what I am saying is, of course, Lalai is a friend and ally, but the same could be said of Ikeda here, and which is not to say I do not want to see her again, of course, only that, oh, never mind, because I'm making myself look like a pedophile. Okay! At any rate, I do believe we've done all we can here. Lady Shitoto, please forgive me for having doubted you. Henceforth, I promise that I will aid you in whatever way I can, and with that, I do believe I must be off, somewhere, to fap furiously, probably. There's no telling. What the crap is he doing? One last thing, if I may, Lady Shitoto, while you are awake and speaking with us, what becomes of Lalai's consciousness? That's to say, is she still in there listening? What a curious question. She is slumbering in the recesses of her mind, much as I am when she is awake. But to answer your question, no, she's not listening, though we do have some rather stimulating conversations from time to time. If you'd like, I can share the details. No, I mean, never mind. I really must be getting off to, right, that place I was going. What a curious man, at any rate. I feel my consciousness beginning to wane. Lalai will be waking from slumber ere long, and I would return to Ul'dah before she does. I suggest you do the same. Your friend has much he wishes to discuss with you. This was not the kind of turn I was expecting for this story, but okay. Another random freaking romance story, I guess. They like shoving in their romance for some reason. If that's what you can call it, honestly. I say romance, more like love stories or whatever. It's not really romance. Anyway, let's see. Weaver's Guild, Miners Guild. That's where I want to go. We're almost done, people. Just 2 more quests to go. And then I'll have to start recording The Evil Within 2 and Prey again. Although Prey will be replaced once again by Assassin's Creed Origins whenever that comes out. Welcome back, Ikeda. As you might have surmised, it is I, Lalai. Mr. Shitoto returned to her repose not moments ago. Before drifting off to slumber, she imparted to me some details regarding what she sees as the next phase of our task. To wit, she would have us venture further afield to investigate any golem menaces that might be stirring out of eyeshot. Speaking of menaces, whatever became of that stone-headed hearer? I suppose it is too much to hope that Mr. Shitoto finally set his robes alight. He has come to respect Lady Shitoto. He seems to have feelings for you. That's such a trollish answer. You know what? Screw it. Let's see. I will assume I misheard you, Ikeda. On the off chance I did not, pray inform that man that he had best not act upon these feelings in my presence. Lest I feel like scorching his precious flowing locks from his scalp. Anyhow, I trust you will keep me informed if our hero friend exhibits any more impertinent behavior. I'll think of suitable retribution. I dare say putting him to sleep and hiding his glasses would send him a clear message, and be rather amusing no less. In any event, I shall return to my research, as should you. Shitoto will doubtless call upon us before long, and our powers must be primed for the occasion. Okay. Sorry about the sniffles, people. Can't help it. Okay, the moment you enter the room, I could feel that... I accidentally hit a button. I could feel the air crackling with etheric energy. Excellent. Your diligence and your training will surely serve us well. And you come at a perfect time. Not moments before you arrive, Shitoto's voice called out to me from the recesses of my consciousness. She would have us begin to lay the groundwork for the final stage of her plan. As she made it quite clear that we will require all the aid we can muster, I have taken the liberty of reaching out to our beastmen friends. They have convened at Kazig Cha's residence at Burgundy Falls, where they await our arrival. Let us not keep them waiting. Okay. I guess teleport to... If I remember right, it would be East Thenlin. Sorry about that. I was looking behind me because I thought I heard somebody walking around. I guess I was wrong, as far as I can tell. Alright, so now we gotta go to the beastmen, go poke them with their sticks, and see what they have to say. Let's see, it's all the way over there. Of course it would be. Doobadoo. Doobadoo. Freaking Magitech theme. It feels so goofy when this thing moves quickly. Almost there. Well, at least I have maxed out speed, because it would be horrible if I didn't. Alright, here we are. And here comes more text to read, of course. Let's see, Dozak Malak. Squawk! Great honor, tremendous honor. Trembling with excitement and awe, Dozo is... I'm gonna hate reading this guy's text. Was Dazar the first beastman to speak with Lady Shitoto? Yes, surely he was. Dazar is Shitoto's favorite. Her chosen, her prize, one of her favorites. Oh, really? To not merely foresee a falling star some 2,000 years hence, but project one's own memory into the future to forestall it. Truly the powers of Mr. Shitoto are beyond the comprehension of our ordinary minds. Okay, listen to this fool. I am not privy to the finer points of Lady Shitoto's plan, but I am prepared to assist in any way I can. Okay. My friends, thank you for coming together on such short notice. Mr. Shitoto would have you know that she is most grateful for your cooperation. In fact, I do believe she would rather speak to you. Directly. Yep, here we go again. Narcolepsy midget. Or person of short stature, whatever you want to call it. Well, it seems the gang's all here, I dare say. It's time we got this proverbial show on the road. Hera, tell me what that you've made yourself useful since I last saw your vapid face. Aye, Lady Shitoto. According to my colleagues in the Eorzean Alliance, patrols have sighted an increasing number of rampant golems afield. Fortunately, none have posed a significant threat, at least not as of yet. Which brings us to the matter of the comet. A colleague of mine at the observatorium has confirmed that it draws nearer with each passing hour. Though there is no immediate danger of a collision if it stays on its present course. It is too close for comfort, yes. Fortunately, I, as is my wont, have a plan. I simply hope that you, my friends, are up to the task. If the hero speaks true, the golems that have been causing trouble near the city-states have been more bark than bite, filled with no greater difficulty by middling soldiers. From this, I surmise that the gems set within them, their soul stones, have been small and of meager power at best. And yet, if my theory holds, a more sinister threat lurks in the realm's far reaches, far from the prodding eyes of Eorzean and beastmen alike. This is where we must go. Squawk perplexed Dozel is, profoundly, deeply perplexed. By people to do the works of people are golems created. To travel so far from their master's domain, these constructs have no reason. True is this not? Well, I'll be a passably astute observation. I'll be a passably astute observation. But I fear your knowledge is lacking, my squawking friend. Golems come in all shapes and forms, and not all are wrought by the hand of the mortal creator. Often a gem of sufficient etheric power will attract all manner of matter, plant, mineral, and animal alike, spontaneously animating it and giving rise to new life. With naught to guide them, these feral golems rove and wander at will. It is these unpredictable specimens that pose the greatest danger. The larger the gem that serves as their soul stone, the greater their power, and the greater the threat when the comet draws nigh. It would appear our task is clear. Let's split up and hunt these abominations. I shall join our beastmen friends and make for the west. I will leave the eastern reaches to the two of you. I trust you will be able to fend for yourselves. There's one matter in particular I would ask you to investigate. My friends of the Alliance conveyed to me a most curious report, which Lady Shatoto's words just now put in a rather different light. Over in Girbania, in the hamlet of Alagana, the villagers have claimed sightings of, in their words, trees that walk like men. These have gone entirely uninvestigated, written off as the delusions and fantasies of superstitious common folk, but if Lady Shatoto speaks true, which I do, they're golems beyond the slimmest shadow of a doubt. Worry not, for Ikeda and I will uproot them and reduce every last leaf and strip of bark to smoldering ash. Won't we, Ikeda? I leave the particulars regarding the means of destruction to the experts. I have, however, procured a link pearl that we might better coordinate our efforts. Pray take it with you. Okay. And with that, I do believe we are as prepared as we could hope to be. Let us be off, my friends, and remember, should aught go amiss, I am but a link pearl call away. Oh my lord. Sorry, people. It's like almost 3 in the morning already. A device to allow that pretentious putting head to talk to me even if I'm 100 miles away. Far be it from me to scoff at technological progress. But some inventions really could have been done without. Okay. Show to Alakana! Teleport, hope this is an easy one, and then move on with my life to the final quest so I can finally go to bed, because I'm sleepy. I should have gone to sleep hours ago, but no. I always do this to myself. I never learn. Oh, here it is right here. Oh, Shatoto's here anyways. How interesting. While Mach was devolved into a vermin-infested bog, Girbania is, if anything, looking more lively than I remember it. Not that that's saying much, of course. But look at me getting all nostalgic for no reason. After all, my body has long since returned to the dust, and soon even my memory will fade. Before that, we have a job to do, don't we? I can sense no unusual etheric presence here, so let us venture a bit further into the field. Come along now, Ikeda. Okay. Oh god, it's always the freaking grasshoppers. I hate the grasshoppers, they're evil. Pure evil, I say. They're just nasty looking. Alright, survey the area. And kaboom them all. Oh joy, giant trees. Hopefully these are the only ones, but knowing my luck, that's not the case. There's times like this where I hate it when I'm right. Okay, hurry up, Cash, thank you. Unfortunately, I missed the opportunity because, god dang it. Oh well. I don't think that's all of them, though. Okay, Shatoto, what you got to say for yourself? Did you come upon any wood golems, Ikeda? As you can see, these two had the misfortune of coming upon little old me. But that is not all I saw. Yes, it was a most remarkable and most horrifying sight. After I delivered a mortal wound to one of those creatures, I saw it extend a gnarled limb and with its last ounce of strength try to rip the soulstone from its cohort's chest. Yes, it would seem these feral golems have no qualms about cannibalizing each other, which has led me to a quite frightening conclusion. To wit. How of all the whatever could that four-eyed fool want at a time like this? Yes, if you have something to report, make it quick. What? Yes, it would be wise for you to make a discreet retreat. It will do the same. I would reevaluate our options in light of these most troubling developments. Very well, I will join you at the observatorium shortly. I do gather all the information you can from your colleagues before I arrive. Gods be good, that hero has actually proven himself useful. It would seem he came upon a most startling scene in the hinterlands. A mass influx of golems of all shapes and sizes as if summoned from all reaches of the realm by some unholy force. I have my own theory as to what this means, but I require more knowledge before plotting our next step. One thing I can say is that we should immediately begin preparing for the worst. In any event, we must move in quickly. You return to Burgundy Falls and apprise the beastmen of where we stand. I shall go on ahead to the observatorium and see what knowledge the astrologers have gleaned, and join you as soon as I am able. Alright, back to Burgundy Falls. I'm probably just going to pause it until I get there, so I'll be right back, just because this episode's dragging on. I didn't mean for it to drag on, truly I didn't. I wasn't expecting to get screwed over by the Hildibrand quest. I was looking so much more forward to more of that. But, oh well, what can you do? Anyways, be right back, people. Alright, I'm back. Let's talk to these beasts. Let's see, perhaps the golems are having a feast, a banquet, a revel, a feast. Though feasting on what? I would rather not speculate. No, not thinking. Squawk, so many golems Dozel has never seen. In a flood of Dozel's feathers, squawk, squawk. Squawk! Okay, what do you gotta say, lizard man? Friends, comrades, brothers and sisters of the Black, we stand at the brink of a disaster most dire. Even as we speak, our foe grows in number. Beings of sentient stone and wood gather, summoned by an unknown force, and united for a common purpose, a purpose beyond our understanding. Beyond your understanding, perhaps, but not mine. The golems make for some all. In Garibania, I witnessed a most unsettling sight. A golem with an almost animal fury tearing into its cohort's chest. Disturbing as it was all too clear what I was witnessing. The creature sought a stronger soulstone, that it might augment its strength and prolong its own existence. But the power these creatures seek is not limited to that which they can harvest from their own kind. No, they are forever in search of a more potent, etheric source, and they have finally found one. The astrologers at the observatorium have confirmed my worst fears. The baleful star of our past slowly, but inexorably, changes course, bringing it closer and closer to this star. As Lady Shitoto says, the golems call out to it, beckoning it ever closer. According to the latest calculations, any further adjustments to its path, and it is all but certain to strike Eorzea head-on. The baleful creatures would climb the highest peak in the land and summon their mother stone to bring disaster to our realm. Inconceivable! That's what you think. And yet it is just so, my friend. Unless we destroy the lot of them, a collision is all but inevitable. And yet there are simply too many. Even if we could thin their ranks, they would regrow themselves and regroup in no time. So we're done for. Doomed, defeated, done for. Do not give up hope, my frenetic friend, or do you forget that the most brilliant mind to ever walk the face of Eorzea stands with you? Allow me to propose a foolproof plan. We do absolutely nothing at all. For now, that is. We know that the golems are feeding on each other in pursuit of greater and greater powers, so why not sit back and let this process of an unnatural selection take its course, till we are left with but a single foe. Squawk out of her mind, Shitoto is, were that to happen, a creature of untold power and puissance that golem would be. Quite so, it would be the mother of all automatons, the golem equivalent of yours truly, if you will, and by definition one of the most formidable foes our realm has seen. Fortunately, I do believe there's one among us who might stand half a chance against such a monstrosity. Ikeda, Lady Shitoto insists that you are the key to this entire operation. I'm not inclined to doubt her, but I would hear it from your own lips. Can you say with all certainty that you would emerge victorious over this hypothetical golem of mythical proportions? Yeah, sure, why not? Thank you, my friend. Your courage inspires me. Pray let me offer my strength, that together we may secure the future of our realm. I doubt Ikeda and I will have much need of your services, but do feel free to tag along. It would be my honor, and with that I should take my leave. I must warn the people of the nearby settlements to keep a wide berth of the Great Peak. Mayhap I will ever even have occasion to smash a golem or two on my journey. Color me impressed, Ikeda. Your friends are proving more reliable by the minute. And with that, I should return to the Sacrarium, for my grip on consciousness grows more tenuous by the moment. Pray return when you can and speak with Lilai upon her awakening. Okay. One more quest to do, people, and then we're free. I don't even feel like talking to those lizard people right now. I don't feel like talking to them again. I just want to get this quest started, do whatever talking needs to be done, and unlock my new armor and weapon, which is already outranked, but I still wouldn't mind probably the looks. I don't know. We'll have to see. At the very least, the staff may look better. I made a dumb move. Go back over here and teleport to the Miners Guild. It's always the Miners Guild. I don't know why I don't learn. Do 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 do. Bitter snow. Alright, Lilai, what do you gotta say for yourself? Kate, I've called out to Shitoto, but to no avail. No doubt she is deep in slumber, gathering her strength for the battle to come. She did, however, leave a message for you. Slack not in your training, my puppet of destruction, for your powers will be tested as never before. That is not ominous in the least, now is it? In any event, I trust you'll be up to the task. Last quest, here we go. Okay. Ikeda, I trust you have prepared yourself well. Our foe musters at Enix Shrine. The hour of our final confrontation is nigh. The hero and our beastman friends are en route to the Forelands as we speak, and I should join them with all haste. Come as soon as you are able. Shitoto will be awaiting your arrival. Here we go. Enix tried. Man, I'm exhausted. You ever get yeah, I'm sure some people get really tired. In my case, I get so tired because I don't drink any caffeine, I don't drink coffee, I don't drink Cokes, I don't drink energy drinks. So all of my energy is just all natural, and possibly from sugar every now and then. Or what very, very little caffeine you'll get from chocolate. But either way, that's where my energy comes from. So that's why I get sleepy kinda easily sometimes. And for some reason, it feels like in my old age, I've gotten to, well, I say old age, but I'm not even 30 yet, but almost. But in my age, compared to when I was younger anyways, I get to a point to where I get so tired that my eyes start to roll into the back of my head and just like, ugh. Okay, deep in the mountains, the golems feed on each other with brutal savagery, even as we speak. Their thirst for power nigh unquenchable. Squawk, not with fear do those old limbs shake, but with passion and exhilaration for the battle to come. Great passion, tremendous passion. It is Donald Trump the bird. To fell the feral golems and cast away the baleful star from the sky, whatever strength I can summon from me within me is yours. The golem will not grow too large, will it? I prefer foes to be more compact like myself. Tiny, puny, compact. Okay, let's get this over with. I thank you so very much, little I. What with my own corporeal form having long since faded to dust, it is an honor and a pleasure to see my legacy carried on by women, men, and beastmen after my own. Oops, was I just speaking aloud? You can stop gawking at any time now, or have you forgotten that we have an army of power-hungry golems bent on destroying our realm to dispose of? Fortunately, I've already formulated the perfect plan of attack. You three will see to the stragglers still attempting to scale the mountain. I trust you can handle that much. The hero and Ikeda and myself will scale the summit, and where the oversized, augmented agglomeration of golems surely awaits us. If I may be so bold, Leisure Toto, I would prefer a small amendment to this plan. Selma, as you'll surely know, is a holy place to all the dragons who call this land home. I am ill-inclined to wage battle without first obtaining their blessing. The Elder Seer has told me that Ikeda has a friend among their kind. Mayhap it would be best if he sought the counsel of this Vidovnir before we proceed. I can't believe I'm saying this, but that's hardly the worst idea I've heard today. After all, it could hardly hurt to add another powerful ally to our ranks. What are we waiting for then? Lead the way! Oh joy, we get a dragon friend to help. Hold on a second. Alright, I'm back. Let's continue where we left off. Once again, Master of the Dark Arts and a confidant of dragons, you never cease to surprise me, friend. It's a good thing we have you to preemptively clear up any potential misunderstandings, so I'm confident in my ability to eradicate any foe. Incinerating an entire dragon would leave an awful mess. Really. An unholy menace doth gather in our midst, threatening to summon doom from the heavens down upon this realm. Such is thy plight. I too did sense the presence of an intruder in our sacred home. At first I was content to observe, but the danger hath grown too great. Warrior of warriors, if thou and thine would take up arms against our common foe, thou dost have my blessing. Well, that's a ringing endorsement if I've ever heard one. Here, send word to our beastmen friends. We commence the operation at once. There's no time to lose, Ikeda. Let's make for the summit and dispose of the abomination that awaits us before the comet gets too close for comfort. Alright, here we go. And now begins the final boss fight. Whoa. That's a fancy-looking golem. Understood. Pray leave the rest to us. Lady Shitoto, my colleague from the observatorium, has confirmed your suspicions. On its current path, the falling star will sail wide of us, if by the slimmest of margins, and yet that path shifts with every second, bringing us slowly but inexorably to the brink of calamity. Called a hunch, but I do believe this imposing fellow might be responsible. Well, I'm glad we see that the obvious hasn't escaped you. At any rate, our task is clear. We need only reduce him to dust before he can summon his dear mother any closer. Well, Ikeda, are you ready to stand alongside the greatest mage to ever live in a battle for the very future of your world? Look sharp, this is our time to shine! I swear she makes me sound like I'm drunk. Gemstone Golem. Here we go! Ah, crap. Alright. Oh, don't you dare, you boxing bastard. This is not the time to be stunned, you prick. Getting hit. Whoa, okay, they're about to die. In fact, they're both dead already. Are you kidding me? Please tell me that isn't the end of them. Because if that's how quickly they die, I'm screwed. Oh, great. Something comes from above. Just what I needed. Let me guess, a fragment of that bloody comet. Oh, here we go. Did I blow it up in time? I think I did. Just barely. How am I still alive? Where the hell did all my mana go? Okay. Just spam fire 3. That is the best thing to do. And then go back to Blizzard. That's why not. And then do this. Do some more fire. And lightning. And some more fire. Because why not? And then run away. Because that's gonna hurt if I don't. Oh crap. This is a load of garbage. Okay, there we go. Saved myself. Somehow I'm still alive. I don't quite understand why, but I'll take it. Although I'm sure I'm going to eat those words soon. Maybe not? Stop stunning me, please. It's rude. I'm curious as to how my HP is healing itself faster than this thing's hurting me. But oh well, I'll take it. Well, here comes the wipe. Here comes the wipe. I dodged that! You saw I dodged it! What kind of bullshit was that? Oh, lag. Of course, lag screwed me over. I started disconnecting in the middle of the freaking fight for some reason. That was retarded. Let's not get these morons killed this time, shall we? Oh, well, if my lag would stop, of course. If it could bother to stop. Oh, that pisses me off. That's so stupid. Here we go. Let's try this again. Skip this stupid cutscene. Now this time, don't face those idiots. Because clearly they can't be trusted to not get themselves killed. They sure as crap can't be trusted. Well, I just got hit a lot. Why was this trounce doing twice that damage before? Oh, you son of a muffin. Oh, of course, I screwed that up. Gotta redo that combo. And for some reason, Shitoto's still at half health, even after doing all that. What kind of garbage? Okay. I can kill this thing. As long as freaking a sudden surge of lag doesn't fuck me over. Triple fire force. It missed. Now, hurry and kill this thing. Kill, kill, kill quickly. Before it tries to absorb that. Wow, fluff my life. God dang it. I don't need to get interrupted, you moron. God, what a prick. There. Oh, here comes more meteors. Alright. Destroy the Crimson Shard quickly. God damn it. You had one job. That one job was to destroy this stupid golem before it became a pain in my butt. But no, that ain't happening. That ain't happening at all. Oh, let me guess. 2 crimson shards, I'm sure. And I'm not gonna get help killing these either. Come on. Okay, at least that one didn't freaking turn. Heal me, idiot. Heal me, idiot. Heal me, you moron. Heal me, you stooge. You freaking twit. Freaking cancer. That's what this fight is right now. Okay. Now, if I can just wail on this thing for a while, I will be happy. But I cannot. Come on, just finish it off. That's all I want to. That's all I want to do. There, thank freaking Christ. Ugh. This took so long, my eyes are starting to burn from being open too long without blinking. Victory is ours, I only pray it does not come too late. Perhaps if you had some black magic in your repertoire, but it's no matter. I have the utmost faith that Ikeda and my efforts were not in vain. Sorry, stretching. That light the 12 have mercy. It's obviously not going to freaking do it. Here it comes, and there it goes. With that, my friends, I do believe we've been spared a most crushing fate. Stand tall, Ikeda. You and I just saved the world, and I suppose I should thank you as well, Hearer, for doing a most remarkable job of not mucking everything up. Good old typos. And with that, I believe my work here is done. While I'd love nothing more than to stay and savor our victory a bit longer, all things must come to an end. Don't look all sad now. With such promising protégés to carry on my legacy, I can go to rest, knowing that I did not mother the art of destruction in vain. You've seen our art wielded for the greatest of good and the worst of evil. Having witnessed firsthand your prowess and the sheer strength of your resolve, I'd gladly leave the future of our art in your hands. Walk the path well, Ikeda of the Black. And now she is dead. Well, I isn't, but Shitoto is. Well, she was already dead, but you know what I mean. Freaking trying to act like the game's getting alt-tabbed. That millennia from now, when we have long since faded to a dim memory, those who follow in our footsteps may yet wield their prodigious powers against any who would bring harm to our fair realm. Okay. Be proud, Ikeda. Having shared a mind with Mr. Shitoto all this time, I can assure you that effusive praise does not come easily to her lips. I can still scarcely believe she did me the honor of choosing my body as a vessel. Before meeting her in the flesh, in a manner of speaking, I had assumed Death's handmaiden was a little more than a witch obsessed with fire and destruction. It would seem my impression may have been an error. May have been? Does your prudish, pig-headed prejudice know no end? Charming as ever, I see. I dare say you could learn a thing or two from your esteemed forebear on how to treat a gentleman. Oh, is that so? I do believe I treat true gentlemen just fine, as Ikeda here would know. At any rate, we are done here. Let us leave this uncultured boor here to reflect for a bit on how to treat a lady. Okay. Oh, my lord. My vocal cords are tired. Oh, please tell me it ends here. I don't have to go all the way back to... You son of a biscuit. Oh, wait, never mind. Okay, it's here. Never mind, I'm fine. Our beastmen allies await us at Onyx Shrine. We must share word of their triumph without delay. I know not if our beastmen friends saw the comet cut across the sky, but they are doubtless eager to hear tidings of our final battle. Let us go and set their minds at ease. I don't even care to talk to Vidovnir right now. I'm too tired. Let's just talk to these 3 dingleberries. Alright, what are you gonna say, tiny rat? I saw the comet sail through the sky, hurtling, shooting, sailing. You're safe, yes? Yes, you are. Okay. Squawk, return for battle, Dozel's friends do. Safe from harm, you are. Please tell me this is the final cutscene, so I can please go to bed. Many golems did come to scale the peak, but they come no more. Laid low by our magics, the heavens too are calm. I trust your battle with the great beast ended in victory. Just so, my friend, not to boast, but even Lady Shitoto was most impressed with our efforts. Is that not so, Ikeda? 3 cheers for Shitoto, 3 cheers for Ikeda, 3 cheers for the art of destruction. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. Far be it from me to rain on your parade, but let us not forget that the healer in your ranks played at least a small part in your victory. Yeah. Squawk, a happy day this is. Fly home to share the joy with his brothers and sisters. Dozel will. You will visit Dozel again to share magical learnings, yes? Till then, friend. I too must take my leave, but know that even when we are apart, we always stand as one. Till next we meet, my friend. Oh, thankfully he didn't have to repeat anything. Him and his triple freaking words. I too must return to Gridania to deliver my official report. I suppose this is farewell, at least for now. 2 years from now. Well, don't let us keep you, though. I was wondering if I might express my gratitude to your colleagues at the observatorium, on behalf of Mr. Shitoto, that is. Leave that to me. I fear not all of my friends are so open-minded. If they were to learn that I had allied myself with beastmen and practitioners of the dark arts, there is no telling what sort of twisted rumors might spread. Fear not, will I. You have my word that as hearer and healer, I will do all I can to work toward a day when you and your fellows can stand proud and receive credit for all the good you have done. Okay. I cannot bear to say this in his presence, but our hearer friend has come quite far, wouldn't you say? I too would do everything in my power to make that day a reality. And with that, I do believe our job here is done. Shall we return to the Sacrarium? Of course, I gotta go all the way to freaking Ul'dah for the last freaking text. God dang it. 2-hour long video. 2-hour long. It's this freaking game's fault. I'm sorry, people. Well, at least it's on a Friday. Oh my god, it hurts. Alright, teleport to... Miners Guild. Okay, let's turn this crap in and go to bed. Welcome back, Ikeda. Once again, I must express my gratitude for all you have done, as well as my profound respect. You have mastered our art to a degree that few of us ever attain. While it is not like me to dwell on such matters, I was just reflecting on the hearer's words. Once again, the truth of the battle we waged will never be known to those who we fought to save. Needless to say, we do not do what we do for accolades or glory. We do it because it must be done, and to sate our own intellectual curiosity. Yet it does not sit well with me. No, I cannot just turn a blind eye while the deeds of my friends and mentors are swallowed by history, never again to see the light. When the day will come that we can emerge from the shadows, I cannot say, but for that day and for the eyes of all who would follow in our footsteps, I would put all I have seen to paper, just as Master Kukuruka once did. All we have learned of our realm and the arcane, of course, but that is not all. I'd write of the bravery of our beastmen friends and of a stubborn, self-important hearer who, against all odds, proves himself a friend. Most of all, I would write of the illustrious founder of our glorious art and the adventurer who she would personally entrust with carrying on our legacy. Why, I dare say the chapter will write itself. Freedom! I'm free from this update. Well, as far as videos go, as far as anything else goes, not so much. Alright, let's open this sack of crap and see what it looks like on me. No, of course I don't have the space for it. Return to inventory. Return that to inventory. Not sure why I have that. I need to clear out this inventory badly. I could put that away if I can, anyways. I guess that's about it. Okay. Now, equip. Armory chest. Lay equip. Wait, that is the right thing, right? Yeah, I think it is. Maybe? No, that's not right. Hold on a moment, dearies. Where's the gloves? There's the proper gloves that I picked up. Oh, 7th hell. 7th hell, and then 7th hell. There we go. I like the staff design, but otherwise, I don't really care for the look of the gear. Well, I actually kind of like it, but I'd prefer if I could change the color. If I could just make this whole thing black, that'd be better for me. Anyways, I guess I'm going to end this episode here, so if you lovely people enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe, leave a comment, possibly leave a donation, share the channel with your friends, poke the notification button. And if you'd like to support my channel and help it grow, maybe visit my Patreon, there's a link to it in the description. And I'll see you lovely people in the next video. Seeing as this video should come out on a Friday, the next video will be the typical Saturday and Sunday multiplayers, and then Monday it'll probably be back to The Evil Within 2 and Prey. So look forward to that. And then that'll be probably for a week, and I'll just continue on. Well, actually, now that I think about it, it's probably going to be 2 weeks, because I think the 28th might be a Saturday? I could be wrong, but I think it is. Anyways, have a good night, everybody.